Something is about to shift, and it might shock everyone. Take a slow, steady breath. Let it fill your lungs. And as you exhale, imagine the weight you've been carrying gently dissolving into the quiet around you. In this moment of stillness, the angels draw near, not with noise or fanfare, but with a soft, sacred presence. They've seen your strength. They've felt the quiet courage it's taken for you to keep moving forward when everything around you felt heavy. And now they come with a message just for you, one that speaks to your heart, your spirit, and everything you've been holding in silence. Here it is. Tomorrow, something is going to change. Something deep inside your partner is about to wake up. It may be quiet, it may not come with an announcement, but it will be real, and it will shift everything. You see, your partner has been standing at a crossroads for a long time. Maybe you felt it, that uncertainty in their energy, the push and pull, the distance followed by sudden closeness. They've been holding back, not because they don't care, but because choosing means facing truths they've spent years avoiding. People around them think they've got them figured out, calm, collected, even uninterested. But inside, a storm has been brewing, quietly, relentlessly, and now something inside them is about to break free. The angels call it a divine awakening, not loud, but powerful, not chaotic, but undeniable. They've been living in the in-between, between fantasy and reality, between what's easy and what's true, between who they've been and who they're being called to become. But that space is collapsing. The illusion is breaking, and tomorrow is the beginning of something real. To the world, it might seem like a sudden shift, a message that seems out of character, a bold move no one saw coming. But to you, you'll feel it in your soul, because you've always known. You're the truth they've been circling around. You're the depth they couldn't deny, even when they tried. They might take a step that surprises everyone, walk away from something, say something they've never said before, end something that once defined them. And yes, it may come quietly, but it will carry the weight of years of inner struggle. You've waited, not with pressure, not with force, but with faith, and the universe has seen it. Your love has been the lighthouse, the one thing pulling them home through the storm. So when that shift comes, whether it's a text, a call, a visit, or just a look that says, "I see you now," trust it. It may not be perfect, it may still be messy, but it will be real, because they're not just choosing a person, they're choosing truth, they're choosing healing, and they're choosing you. Let the angels remind you, this isn't just a turning point, it's the start of a transformation. And while others may be shocked, your heart will recognize what it's been waiting for all along. So get ready, dear soul. The illusion is lifting, and the truth is finally stepping forward. Type, "I believe," if you're ready to receive what's meant for you. Type, "Amen," if you trust the guidance of love and angels. This moment, it's not just about your partner making a move, it's about divine timing finally catching up with what your spirit already knew. You may not get all the answers tomorrow. You may not hear every truth spelled out. But you will feel the shift. Because a soul can only run from its calling for so long. And your partner's soul? It's been whispering your name in the quiet hours. Not just because of love, but because you represent something deeper. Clarity, peace, purpose. They're not just walking away from someone or something else. They're walking toward themselves, toward the version of them that's no longer afraid to want more, to speak truth. to stop living a life that looks fine, but feels like a slow death inside. And yes, it might come with loss. It might come with confusion, resistance, even judgment from those who don't understand. But the angels say, this is sacred. This is shedding the shell to finally feel free in their own skin. You, dear soul, have been chosen not because you're perfect, but because you're real. You've seen their soul when others only saw the surface. You loved them through confusion, through silence, through distance. You loved without demanding, and that kind of love, it doesn't fade, it transforms. So if tomorrow brings a message, a look, a gesture that feels different, don't second guess it. Even if it's subtle, even if it's clumsy, even if it scares you, it's real. And it's the first step toward the life you've both been too afraid to name out loud. The angels want you to know, you are not crazy for holding on. You are not crazy for holding on. You are not foolish for believing. You are not weak for loving someone through their storm. You are the anchor. You are the lighthouse. You are the reminder that even when So tonight, sleep not in fear, but in quiet expectancy. Rest knowing the divine has been working behind the scenes, shifting, realigning, preparing, and tomorrow, when the energy shifts, when something breaks, moves, or begins, don't be surprised. Be ready, because this is not the end of a love story. It's the beginning of the one that was always meant to be, the death before the rebirth. Dear child, this is the death that had to happen, not a death of the body, but a shedding of everything false. The death of masks, of roles, of survival patterns, a sacred ending so something new, something true, can finally be born. You've seen glimpses of this, haven't you? The quiet distance in their eyes, the moments they pulled away just when you felt them getting closer. It wasn't because they didn't care. It was because they were bleeding internally, carrying wounds from betrayal, from exhaustion, from endless battles no one ever saw. They kept showing up, smiling, trying, but all the while they were disappearing inside, crushed under the weight of being everything to everyone, but never real with anyone, not even with themselves. But now, something inside them is breaking, not into pieces, but into light. They are releasing something they once thought they couldn't live without. And that surrender, as painful as it may be, is the breath their soul has been longing to take. This is not madness. This is metamorphosis. It won't make sense to everyone. People may judge. They may whisper. They may say your beloved has lost their mind. But you, dear one, you must trust what your spirit already knows. This is the first act of inner freedom. This is their soul choosing truth over pretense, self over survival. And in that choice, they are coming home, to themselves, to you, to love, the kind they were once too scared to believe in. This is the death of the old self, the one who wore armor, the one who lived behind walls, the one who mistook endurance for love and silence for strength. And if they reach out to you tomorrow with a message, a truth, a goodbye to their past, know that it's not falling apart you're witnessing. It's a resurrection. Hold space. You don't need to fix it. You don't need to carry their pain. Just be. Just witness. Because in letting go of the role they played for so long, they are stepping closer to their purpose, to your connection, to the light you've always held for them. You are not the reason they were in pain. You are the reason they chose to face it. You are the gentle mirror that reminded them that love doesn't demand sacrifice to the point of death. It invites rest, truth, and rebirth. So yes, tomorrow may come with tears, with vulnerability, with silence that says more than words ever could. But it will also come with hope, with the holy unraveling of what was never real, and the quiet becoming of what is. This is not the end. This is the sacred threshold, the final breath before the new beginning. And you, dear child, were sent not to save them, but to witness them, to receive them, to love them back to life. So stay open, stay soft, stay near in spirit, even if from afar. Because when the walls finally fall, you may be the first person they let see the light that was always inside. And that light, dear one, might be the love you've been waiting for all along. The rebirth has begun. And when they come, even if trembling, even if unsure, you'll recognize the soul beneath the shell, not the version of them shaped by trauma, but the one rising from it, the one who has finally laid their burdens down, the one who no longer fears being seen, who no longer confuses being needed with being loved. You may notice it in subtle ways, a softer tone in their voice, a new kind of stillness in their eyes, a silence that feels safe, not distant. They may not say everything, but what they do say will come from a deeper place, not rehearsed, not polished, just real. They're not coming to you perfect. They're coming to you honest. And that, dear child, is the love you've always deserved. It took a death for this love to be born. Not a romantic death, but a spiritual one. The death of pretending, the death of pleasing, the death of postponing their truth for someone else's comfort. It was necessary. Painful, yes, but sacred. Because without that death, they couldn't meet you here, in this place of truth, in this space of heart. You see, transformation rarely looks pretty. It often arrives through breakdowns mistaken for failure, through goodbyes disguised as loss, through endings that feel like abandonment, but are actually alignment. They were never running from you. They were running from their own shadow, and now they've stopped. They've turned around. They're facing it. They may still be raw. They may still be rebuilding. But what they are now offering is the foundation for a new kind of love, one rooted in presence, not performance, in truth, not illusion. S